Hello again. Yay, I'm here and I hope you can hear me better. But the big question for today is, how can we actually apply movement that is safe in every day? It's almost like thinking, how can we move from one thing to the next and move in a real spine-sparing way? And today I'm in the bathroom, and there's a reason I'm in this bathroom. Because the bathroom is a perfect place to actually train your backside, your thighs, the hamstrings, the calves, the heels, and just doing a simple squat. So we're going to review squat. Now, how often do I do squats? Kind of depends how often I go to the bathroom, believe it or not, because I love the fact that bathrooms have sinks. And you can only see the end of the sink here because sinks provide a stability to where you can actually just gradually go into a squat. There's many different levels of squat. So I'm going to talk specifically to a few of you that I know have knee issues. So I'm going to show you modifications in terms of how to do this. But let's just go to the squat. When I squat, and I'm just going to squat down, I want you to understand that I'm doing it in a very spine-sparing way. And that means I'm keeping my spine as straight as possible. And we often think that of the spine's movement, the spine's movement is similar to this posty note, but often if this is the spine to the side, we bend funny to where we kind of stretch out those muscles in our back. It creates havoc in our bony structure, the spine, but it also creates havoc in our musculoskeletal part. So I'm going to just set that aside. So squatting, listen to this, I love this. Squatting promotes blood flow. Squatting burns fat. Squatting develops the core, particularly if you use this beloved lateral thoracic breathing. But it improves strength and tone of the thighs and of the butt. It, yes, will cause you to have a rounder butt, which apparently is in season this time in my life. I've always had that, but it's because I do this. When you think of this, you go to the bathroom from 6 to 10 times a day, depending upon your fluid intake. This is something you can actually do. But listen to this, squatting also increases your, decreases your risks of injury because you have a strong foundation. It elongates the pelvic floor, so it really provides pelvic floor health. If you do it with this breath, you're moving literally from the heels of your feet up to your chin, because that's what involves a squat. And more importantly, did you know it helps you regulate your bowel movements? Yeah, great place to do it. So let's learn how to do it. I'm going to use the sink as a stable part, and I'm hoping you can see my feet. My feet are a little bit wider than hip distance, and the reason I do that is because we're learning how to do that. And now I'm just going to turn my feet out a little, a tad of external rotation. Now, I'm going to make sure I understand hip hinging. Hip hinging is a basic movement where I'm just moving the hips, the king of movement. I'm not bending, I'm not creating a bendy part, I'm keeping my spine very straight. We're going to be talking about that because the next couple of days, we're going to be in the bathroom. Yeah. So, wide hips, externally rotated slightly, hip hinging, and for you who can't bend, that might be just enough. Let's talk about the spine for just a minute. We have a tendency to want to either tuck or we want to arch, which creates that beautiful lordosis there. I have a huge lordosis, but I have a big backside too. So a sink provides the stability I need. So, again, feet, slightly hip hinge, and we're going to bend. So you'll notice that I'm trying really hard to keep my back here elongated. So I kind of have to find that neutral pelvis position here. That's very, very important. So when I bend, I hip hinge first, I squat slightly. Then I stand up. Now, how do I apply the breath? I like to inhale lower. The reason I like to do that, if you recall, when you inhale laterally, your pelvic floor drops. And it's a great opportunity to actually elongate the pelvic floor system. When I exhale is when I rise. Now, one thing happens with that exhale, I actually am pushing down into the earth to rise. So that activates my heels. One reason I'm wearing heels today for you is to show you that these are my regular clothes I go in and out of studios with. I like to wear heels because I'm a former gymnast and I always point my toes. So when there's a little of ankle flexion here, it activates my posterior chain, which is from the heel all the way up, both sides, into the bottom and up the back side of me. That's what I'm trying to promote. So let's just put it all together. If you have knee problems, not so much of a knee bend. But note, you should have a little flexion in the hips at the waist, and you should have flexion in the ankles. So this is what I do every time I come into a bathroom. I inhale, lower. I exhale, rise. I inhale, exhale, push down into the earth. And there's my fifth one. I actually do 5. I do that before I go to the bathroom. And then, if I feel more energetic, hey, listen, what if we could do movement in our everyday life that makes you feel better, look better, have better skin tone, helps you to move better, gives you more energy, and you just overall feel better because you're getting more production of whatever you're doing. And just generally, life feels better. The squat is for everyone, even if you have some knee issues. Don't squat. Another option of modification is this. To inhale, pause, exhale, lower yourself down. Take a deep inhale to elongate the pelvic floor, and an exhale, push down into the earth. So I'm turning it into 2 breath cycles where the lowering is on the exhale and the lifting is on the exhale. Remember, core development in squatting. I'm coming back. There we go. I had a little glitch in my video. So anyway, think of it. Think of it as a simple movement that you do every single day that promotes core development, that promotes pelvic health, and makes you feel good. Another reason I'm in the bathroom is because I'm getting ready to send you. Sitting is the new smoking, and here I'm going to be the bathroom bandit, and I'm going to hang it right here so the people that do sit on the john, which I hope you don't, can read it, or they might be able to hover. Squatting helps hovering. Yeah! Hey, thanks for joining me. If you have questions, anything I can help you with, the routine you might set in the bathroom with squatting, let me know. This is Sharon. I'll talk to you soon. We'll be back in the bathroom tomorrow. So squat away. And remember your spine.